welcome to Keyboard Road Warrior with me, MoviesCast007, where we play Euro Truck Simulator 2 with a laptop and its keyboard. So, we're in Nantes in France. We had a relatively gentle journey and we arrived in Nantes unscathed for possibly the first time in a long time. I think it's the first excellent rating we've got for something like 10 to 15 journeys. So, we are going to go and recuperate, and we're going to rest and repair the truck because it does have a little bit of damage. So let's just check the map and see where we've got to go. Right, so we'll take a left and we'll do a loop, as is my wont. So let's take the parking brake off. That would help. We've got vehicles coming at us, and we probably could have gone through there, but we chose not to. Better safe than sorry sometimes. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right. Actually, where are we? Yeah, it's left and then left. Okay, cool. And this is where I usually get a tiny bit, unfortunately, reckless, because I'm not dragging a load, so I haven't got that weight preventing me from bursting through and breaking things. So today I'm going to talk about Apple. They're a big company and I love a lot of their products. In fact, I'm using 2 of their products during this podcast. Their podcast? What the hell am I talking about? What the heck? During this video, to make this video, I'm using an iPhone, an Apple iPhone as a camera, and as a timing device I'm using my iPad. I love the ease of use. I love the massive ecosystem. There are many things I don't like about Apple, but they do have a wide range of computing products, and they do make them. They invent something and then make it indispensable. When the iPad first came out, I think in 2010, I was like, what the hell would you need one of them for? So let's see how much we have to pay. £1,368, right. So let us recruit some drivers by buying. So we've got £235,000. Let's see how many Renaults we can get for that to put in Paris. So we've got 3 dealers now. Oh, look at that. Already we're looking at cheaper. Let's customise that, see if it can get cheaper. But I doubt it. I think 79 is about as low as you can get. Yep, cheapest engine, cheapest interior, cheapest paint job, no accessories, no, cool. Alright, let's confirm that. So we're going to purchase it, and we're going to put it in Paris. Oof. Okay, let's drop this to 156, purchase another one, pop it in Paris. Oof. And that's all we can afford. We should be able to purchase a 3rd one after we've rested. So, recruitment agency, hire a driver. Let's see what we've got here. Ooh, Joshua is looking like the winning candidate so far. Yeah. No, Joshua is. We are running out of 1.7s. We're down to the 0.8s now. So Joshua is going into Paris. Oof. Right, driver number 2 for Paris. Running out of people with 3 skill points. There aren't many. Oh, there we go, there's one. Andreas. That's good. ADR, long distance and eco. My kind of driver. Boom. Boom. Okay. So we've got 2 trucks, 2 drivers. We're down to 75,000. By the time we've had our sleep, we'll be able to put our 3rd truck in. Then what I think... Let's just have a look at the garage for a second. So, 3 out of 3, 3 out of 3, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 2 out of 3. Yes, essentially now what we need to start doing is expanding our garages one at a time and filling them. Why is Brussels not working? That's not good. Let's go to driver manager. Hang on, driver manager. And we'll sort by garage and Brussels. Okay, no, he's working. He's working. Oof, he's definitely working. And he's working. Yeah, no. Okay, fair enough. It just must mean that this week. Alright, so let's escape. Let's get some rest. Let's get some cash. And let's fill that 3rd slot, and we should probably have enough money to expand one of the garages as well. Okay. Sleep. Sleep. This is going to take us to night time, that's annoying. Oh, it's going to be a long journey, so at some point it's going to be during the daytime. So we've got £159,000, which means that we can definitely put another truck into Paris. So, truck dealership. Renault. Let's go. Not buy online. 79,000. Purchase. Paris. Oof. Okay. Let's escape that, go to recruitment agency and get our 3rd driver for Paris. So we're going to struggle to find another 3 here. They're all 2s. Oh, we've got a 3 there. Monica. Elspeth. Hans. Milton. Jana. So we've still got plenty of 3s. I've got any 3s that have got an eco, because that would save us money. Because you will, I think you'll, yeah, let's click Milton so far, because he's got eco and he's got 3. I'm kind of looking at the drivers with eco skills, because when they start off they tend occasionally to not be able to find work, and if they don't have eco it can cost you a fortune. Let's hire Milton, and let's put Milton in Paris. Right, next thing, oh no, is to find us a job. So let's find ourselves some work. So we're in Nantes over here. We've actually, right, Gardermoen we've been to. It's ironic. Stavanger we've been to. Szczecin we've been to. Rostock we've been to. Hamburg we've been to. We haven't been to Groningen. Groningen would be the last of the Dutch cities we've been to. Dortmund, Swansea, Le Mans. Let's go to Groningen. It's not as long a journey and it's not as much money. But it's a city we haven't been to, and that is our aim at the moment. Alright, we're on 79,000. We do have loans, so when we're on 90,000, which we should do during this journey, we should get to 90,000, then I'm going to start upgrading the garages. So let's set this as our GPS destination, and I want there's a mark on my screen right there. Sorry, yes, so I want, okay, and it's nice and central. There we go. Okay, let's go. Let's pick up our load. Engine on. And oh no, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that either. Right, I now have to check. That's annoying. Alright, let's go. Actually, I didn't have to check both sides, I only had to check the side I was looking in. It's very counterintuitive. My head just moves in the direction I've got to look. But the trouble is, because I'm used to driving predominantly in the real world, on the left-hand side of the road, I'm looking in the opposite directions all the time. So I end up looking in both directions just to make sure. Yeah, let's overtake that guy because he'll be as slow as. Yeah, I've started to pick up Kiwi colloquialisms. Sweet as, slow as. Bro. Choice. When something's really good, it's choice. And they say A at the end of every sentence, a little bit like the Canadians. It's choice, bro, eh? Let's go down to the pub, eh? Alright, let's pick up this. And let's take the job, which I believe is peas. We're taking peas to the Netherlands. So let's go do it. And there are our peas. And our peas are in a very ugly blue container. But that's fine. It's not about what the container looks like. Let's pick the load up. And off we go. So we're turning right, so we only really need to look in that direction, so let's go. And it's because I drive 95% of the time I drive with a load on the back. I'm actually more comfortable driving with a load on the back than I am driving without. Well, there you go. So the aim for today is for this video is to drive without incident again. So to build upon the excellent long journey that we did from Hofnes to Nantes by driving to Groningen with the similar lack of incident. Yes, so Apple, we're talking about Apple. So they've got we'll quickly go through their current product range, and there's quite a lot of stuff. So they've got their traditional Mac, which comes in a couple of sizes, and as of the current generation, they got rid of the disc. There's no CD-ROM or Blu-ray slot for for the current Macs. They come in two flavors, 21 and 27-inch screens, and all of the computer is behind the screen. So essentially you get a screen on a stand and then a keyboard. It's all nice and clean, and there's hardly any wires, and it's all beautiful. The keyboard and mouse are wireless, so really the only cable you've got coming out the back would be the internet connection if it's wired, which would probably be, and the power cable, which it obviously absolutely needs. Then you've got the MacBooks. You've got two flavors of MacBook. You've got MacBook Pro and MacBook Air. MacBook Pro tends to be for power users. It's got graphics cards. It's got oh damn it! I've gone the wrong flipping way. Right, let's see if this is going to try and make me go the wrong way up a one-way road again, like it did in that tunnel. That was not amusing. Right, might be feeding me in another direction, which might be good. So MacBook Pro tends to be for the pros. It's quite possible to edit video, to use Photoshop, and to play games on a MacBook Pro. And in fact, I would rather be playing this game on a MacBook Pro than on this laptop. That said, yeah, it's trying to make me do a U-turn I can't do because there's no gap in the road. Why does the game do that? Oh, it's because we're in a ProMods part of the map, and the ProMods part of the map is like that. Let me have a quick look at the map and see if there's a way of doing this. I'm going to have to go to Rennes. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Rennes. That's fine. I'll go to Rennes. At some point, the GPS will realise that I can't go the way it wants me to go, and it'll reconfigure for going to Rennes. That's fine. That's the map, and that comes in two sizes. That comes in 15 and 19 inch, I think. No, 13 and 15 inch. Sorry, that comes in 13 inch and 15 inch. I wish they kept the 19 inch one, but they decided no, they're not going to do that. And with the latest version of the MacBook Pro with its Retina screen, they got rid of that. So actually, the MacBook Pro comes in four flavors. The non-Retina in the Retina 15 and the non-Retina in the Retina 13. Those are the four flavors. Then you've got the MacBook Air. That comes in two flavors, 11 inch and 13 inch. That is a very lightweight, go anywhere computer with an incredible battery life. It's got the brand new Haswell Intel processor. And the 11-inch can do 9 hours of constant use with just the internet, and the 13-inch can do 12 hours. That's half a day. That's most of your waking time. That's fabulous. In fact, that's astonishing. And when I get back to the UK, that's what I will be purchasing. I'll be getting myself... boom. No, this is not the one I want. These are not the droids you're looking for. That's not for Rennes, that's a garage. I'm alright for sleep and I'm alright for fuel, so I don't have to worry about either of those. So it's the 13-inch MacBook Air is what I'm going to go for, because I can fully upgrade that. I would prefer the 13-inch MacBook Pro, but that doesn't have the battery life of the Air. It also doesn't have the Retina. The Air doesn't have the Retina screen. The Pro does. That, I would imagine, will be the next thing. But the trouble is, the Retina screen will kill the battery. So they've done a great deal of work with the processor on bringing the battery life up. Next, they've got to make the batteries more efficient and more reliable and more useful. and that I think is when they'll stick the Retina on the Air. I really would prefer the 13-inch. Well, actually, the 13-inch Pro, because then I would have a truly high definition, high power portable PC. That's what I would prefer, but I can't afford that. It's £1,700 for the Air that I'm going to buy, and it's 2,500 to 2,900 for the Pro that I would want, because I'd want it fully loaded. The solid state drive. Well, yeah. No, actually, no. It'd be a hybrid drive. Sorry, where with a portion of RAM for immediate launch of things like the operating system and software and games, and then memory for the rest of it. So hybrid, yeah. So the largest hybrid drive, the largest amount of RAM, the best graphics card, because yes, in a MacBook Pro you get a graphics card. The GPS is, while I was talking, the GPS is caught up, and so I think it's going to take us through Ren. Oh, it's going to bypass Ren, actually. That's fine. It's going to take us up. We would have bypassed Ren anyway. And we're not going to Ren, so we're going to bypass Caen as well. Bypass Le Havre, bypass Rouen. And all the way up across the top of northern France and then into the Netherlands. Okay, that's our route. So that's their portable options. Then there's a Mac Mini. The Mac Mini is for people that want a Mac, but that are not all they're going to do. They don't want a laptop. They want a desktop. But all they want is to check email and Facebook and the internet, and they don't want anything fancy. It's a tiny little box which is about the size. I'm trying to think of a current thing that it's about the size of. I think it's about. I'm trying to think. It's about 15 centimeters, which is about half a foot by heart. It's a square device, and it's about 30 centimeters tall, which is about 1.5 inches tall. It's very small, reasonably powerful given what it is, but it's really, if I was going to have it, I'd have it connected to the TV. But given that I'm going to be creating a mega PC, which I'm going to be connecting to my TV so that I can play Euro Truck Simulator 2 in big picture mode, I wouldn't bother with one of those, and it's not really useful for anything other than, like I said, internet or Facebook. And I'm going to have a laptop for that. I'm going to have a MacBook for that. So that's no nonsense for me. The other thing it's used for is for streaming stuff to the TV, films, YouTube, that sort of thing. For that, I could save myself about £300-400 and just get myself an Apple. Flipping heck! I've forgotten what it's called. Apple TV, which is a tiny little box, which is about 20 by 20 centimeters, about 2.5 inches. No. Oh crikey! What the heck am I talking about? It's about half. It's about a quarter of the size of a Mac Mini, and it's about half the depth. And essentially, it's a streaming device for your Apple devices, and it's also a TV device. So you can pick up things like extra channels. You connect it to your internet, and you can connect it to things like Netflix. And I wouldn't need it for Netflix, because if I wanted Netflix, I've got Netflix on my PS3. If I was in America, I could probably get more service on the TV services seem to be that thing that gets focused on in the United States, and everyone else gets stuffed. The Netflix service in the UK is still a fraction of what it is in the United States. In the United States, it's an incredible service that is really useful. It's got lots of stuff on it. It's got It's got a massive range of TV programs and movies. Now, I am very interested in Netflix at the moment because they are starting to create their own content. They picked up the rights for Arrested Development, and so the last series of Arrested Development was available entirely on Netflix, as is the current political sensational TV program, House of Cards, which is a remake of a British program called House of Cards, which is an adaptation of a book by Michael Dobbs. It's a fantastic TV program with fantastic performances by a whole bunch of incredible British actors. I can't remember the name of the chap that plays the lead in the British program. He's a wonderful actor. Sadly, he passed away a little while ago, and I only knew him because he was in... Oh, what the hell? That is not my fault. That guy was on my side of the bloody road. Oh, thankfully, that's not done any damage to the load. But that really annoyed... Well, what the hell? Why is everyone driving on the wrong side of the road all of a sudden? What the... What the hell happened? What the hell happened? I have no idea what just happened there. Oh, that's really pissed me off. What the bloody hell? I have no idea what just happened there. I have absolutely no idea what just happened there, but that really has pissed me off. I'm wondering if that's something that ProMods have done to the map. That has really, really, really pissed me off. Alright, we've got 102,000, so what I'm going to do... Actually, no, I'm not going to do anything until I've got enough to put a truck in it as well. There's no point in spending the money willy-nilly. Oh my god, that is really, really, really pissed me off. Two drivers going completely the wrong way, and then my truck is just hoisted off the road. As soon as I finish this journey, that happened about 20 minutes in, so I'm going to look at the video footage and find out what the hell happened there. I don't think I'm going to be able... Damn, what the hell? Oh, no excellent rating for me today. What the hell happened? I wonder if the guy that... The first guy that was on the wrong side of the road got underneath my truck, and that's what caused... I don't know. That was bizarre. That was really bizarre. Come on, put your foot down. So yes, Apple TV is something that I'm really interested in. You can connect your iPad and your iPhone to Apple TV, and you can transmit Facebook videos and YouTube videos from your iPad to your TV, which sounds fantastic to me. Or anything that's on your iPad can be transmitted. At the moment, I can't do that. If it's not on YouTube, I can't do it. I've got a YouTube app on my PS3 which I can use to put content on my telly. And my this current laptop, that is very low grade, actually has an HDMI socket, which is very useful. I discovered I can put stuff on my telly. Now I've got the same issue that I have with playing this game, in that the TV just shows it at the relative resolution of the device. In this case, my laptop. So the resolution is pants. But I discovered if I use it, I was using not a standard cable, serial cable, to connect the laptop to the TV, and you don't get sound with that. You have to have a separate AV cable. But I have got an HDMI cable for connecting our PS3 to the TV, and the cable I brought with me I have to use for connecting for getting a high definition image from the back from our. We've got a Freeview box for watching New Zealand TV, because in New Zealand there is no analog signal anymore. They've gone completely digital, which means you need to have either a built-in Freeview tuner in the TV, or you need to have a Freeview box connected to the back of your TV, which is what we were in a house that had a Freeview tuner in the TV, and then we had to move because the house we were in was being knocked down because it's being rebuilt because of earthquake damage. And the new place has a very old flat screen TV without the Freeview box, and so we needed to get the landlord to provide a Freeview box, which took us about 2 months. So I was using an old cable, but I've got an HDMI cable, as I said, for the PS3, and I never really looked at the connections for this until recently, and then discovered the HDMI socket, and I was like, I wonder. And of course, an HDMI cable sends audio as well as video, and so I've got a bunch of movies which I brought over with me, which I was able to put on my hard drive. And we were able to watch them on the big screen TV, which was fantastic, a revelation. I love it. So that's what I was playing. I did play this game on my laptop with the audio coming at my in-laws' place in Auckland. And obviously I didn't have my HDMI cable with me, so I was using that cable and I was getting the sound from the laptop and the picture from the TV, which is a bit naff. So what I might try on my private profile is I might try connecting the HDMI and playing it with just the keyboard, connected keyboard for the controls, and having everything else come out of the TV, which will be a lot more useful. It still won't give me the high quality image that I crave, but it will give me a closer approximation of what big picture mode is going to be like, because like I said, the sound will be coming out of the TV, which is what I really want. That's what I really want. But what I can't have at the moment, because I don't have a big rig, well, I'm going to buy the rig a bit at a time so that I can get. It'll probably cost me like £200 or £300 per component, and over the course of 6 to 8 months, I'll build those components. So it's going to be a while before I have a decent rig. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be lucky if I get satisfactory for this load, that's for sure. No, you swine, no, no, no! Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, no, I've just gone from 3% to 6% damage on the load. I'm getting a satisfactory for this at best. So, back to my normal standard of crappy driving. I know a bad workman blames his tools, but the draw distance sucks on this game. You cannot see clearly what's happening. And it does make it difficult to judge whether something's in your lane or whether it's pulling out or whether it's on your side of the road or not. Oh well, what's the damage on the truck? 10%. So I'm not going to be facing the kind of engine problems that I was facing on my way to Hoofness, which is a relief, because that's just infuriating, especially when it keeps stopping. Although we did get away with that in Hoofness. It only struggled when we slowed down or came to a stop. Oh no. Okay. I've not done that in this game before. Okay. Kidding me. Hang on. Let me just check where I am. And where's Ren? Crap. Okay, let's go to Ren. Oh no. Well, now you've seen it all, guys. You've seen it all. Let's fix the truck while we're here. We can't fix the load. 13,000. God. Really? Right. 6. Okay. I need to sleep. Oops, sorry. So let's get some rest, which I believe I can do here. Right, how long have we got left for the journey? 14 hours, and we should be able to do it. Oh, we're going to be late. 17 hours. We're going to be late. We're going to be late. We're going to be colossally late. That's what happens when you crash so badly that you get dragged back to Rennes or wherever, is you end up being late. Right, where am I going? Let's look at the map. See, this is what I don't understand. When you cycle into a map, it should zoom in on the centre of the map, and it doesn't in this game. It zooms somewhere else. You know what, screw this. I am going to get these discoverable and I'm going to do Rennes. I don't care. I'm going to do a loop. I'm going to be late. I might as well be super late. And we've discovered a Volvo truck dealership. Oh crap. Yeah. So let's get all of these roads. Stuff it. We're going to be super late. Okay. And care about red lights either. Although I didn't get penalised for that in red light, interestingly enough. Perhaps it changed. Yeah, I did get stuffed by that one. And there's our recruitment agency. Okay, I am going to have to... basically, I'm going to discover Rennes. I'm going to do all of the roads, and then I'm going to park up and pause the game, because I'm going to have to download the footage. So I might as well just find all the roads in Rennes. And then go. And of course, because I went through that on the wrong side of the road, I got away with it, because the game doesn't recognise that I did that. The useful thing about being dragged back to Rennes is that I'm going to be doing I'm going to be going up another part of the road network that I haven't been through yet. Right, I'm stopping here, so that I can move my footage. So let's pull up to the road, and then I'll pause here. So I will see you in a minute. What for you will be a microsecond. So bear with me a sec. Okay. So while I was uploading the footage, after I'd uploaded the footage, I had a quick look to see that first crash with the multiple cars on the wrong side of the road, and there's a lot of sudden spawning going along, which I didn't quite understand. Oh, hello, I knew you would do that. Yeah, that was a glitch in the game, that first crash, and the first part of it didn't actually do me any harm, but the second part of it did me a considerable amount of harm. That's cars were constantly respawning, and what flipped me and flipped me back was a car spawning underneath me, underneath the load. It didn't flip me completely over like the crash that I suffered just before I had to be transported to Rennes. I got away with another red light again. This game seems to have developed a number of glitches, and I'm wondering if that's because ProMods have been interfering with it, which they have done. They've interfered with all parts of the map, and so there's a tunnel in northern Germany. And the outside lane of the tunnel has an invisible wall. So that's infuriating. But then I tend not to live I tend to live in the middle lane. Oh no, I didn't put I thought I'd put my thing on, but I haven't. So yes. That's the unfortunate side effect of people interfering with the map, is that glitches will occur, and I think that little series of accidents there. Well, I mean, this part of the map is pure ProMods. This is nothing to do with SCS. This is pure ProMods. But yes, that is infuriating. Spawning and respawning. When I am done with this, I'm going to take a screenshot of the map area where that incident occurred, and give ProMods a quick message on their boards and say, look, the cars are constantly respawning on the wrong side of the road on this part of the map.
Sort it out, geezers. Sort it out.
So we were talking about Apple products. So we'd done the Macs, the MacBook Pro, the MacBook Air, the MacBook Mini, and the Mac TV. Then we get to the the Mac Pro. Now, my home computer in the UK, which I'm going to completely rebuild for this game, it very much looks like the old Mac Pro, which was replaced this year. Oh, sorry, end of last year. In fact, October last year. It's a brushed aluminium box with a billion drilled holes, and I thought it looked quite sexy. But the new Mac Pro looks fantastic. It's essentially a cylinder that is about 40 to 50 centimeters high, so about a foot and a half tall, and it's about half a foot wide, so about 15 centimeters. It essentially looks like a small shiny black waste bin, but it's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's just engineered beyond belief, and fantastically engineered beyond belief. It's a really wonderful device to look at. We're all right for sleep because we just slept, and we're all right for petrol. Got more than half a tank of petrol. Sorry. It comes with a bunch of options. I'm not sure which I would go for. There is a tech chap called MKBHD. A guy called Marcus Brownlee. He's got a YouTube channel where he reviews technology all the time. In fact, he's an American, and there's a very young American guy that's been doing it for a while. And he's got a buddy who's a Canadian dude called Armbox Therapy. They do quite a lot of tech reviews together. Is it me, or is this wobbling? Is the damage to the load causing this wobble? I don't know. Anyway, and he's done a fantastic unboxing of the brand new Mac Pro, and he's not gone for the uber top. Don't know whether it's the processor or what it is. Anyway, so he's given a fantastic explanation of why he's not gone for the top spec on one of the parts, one of the components. But anyway, that's a fantastic looking device. So that's the MacBook Pro, and that would be the sort of thing that would be used by people that do very high-end processing. Movie editors using Final Cut Pro HD, people using high-end CAD programs. So there's that. So that's the Mac Pro. Right, then we get on to the portable devices, the iPad Mini, and the iPhone. And so the iPad is a 10.5 inch touchscreen based mini computer. I've got one. I think you'd have to have lived under a rock not to know what the iPad is at this point. Introduced in 2010 to a great fanfare, and a lot of people scratching their head going, "What the hell do you need one of them for when you've got a laptop?" And of course now everyone and his dog has an iPad. While Steve Jobs was alive, he said, "Why on earth would you want a 7-inch iPad when you can have a 10-inch iPad? We're never going to do that." And then of course Steve Jobs died in 2011, 2012, and his successor introduced the iPad Mini, which is a 7.5. I think it's a 7 or a 7.5 inch screen. They find it didn't have the iPad. Got a Retina screen with the iPad 3, which is the one I've got. I got the iPad 3. There was an iPad 4, which was released 6 months after the iPad 3 was introduced, which pissed me off like you could not believe. I got my iPad, and like 6 months after I got the damn thing, they introduced the 4, which had a faster processor, and it had a much better charging connection. So I am monumentally annoyed about that. But since then they've come out with the iPad, the new iPad, which is called the iPad Air, which I think is the single most stupid thing they could have done. I mean, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but you know, their naming conventions make no bloody sense to me anyway. But it's the 2013 iPad, so obviously by the time I get back to the UK, there'll be, you know, in October there'll be an iPad Air 2, or the new iPad Air, or whatever. I'm fed up. Actually, yeah, the 2013 iPad is just... yeah. Anyway, so the iPad Mini didn't have Retina screen until October 2013. October 2013... Oh, no. We're going off the road. The 2013 iPad got the Retina screen, which is what everyone wanted. So that's cool. It's a 7.5-inch device. It's got a slightly slower processor. The full iPad. When I bought my iPad 3, the largest size of memory you could get was 64 gig, which is what I got. I got a 64 gig iPad 3 in black, Wi-Fi only. Now you can get 128 gig. They'll probably stick with that for another year. I'm not going to upgrade. Yeah, in 2014. There's a 2013 iPad and a 2014 iPad will be released in October. I won't get that. I'll probably hang on for the iPad in 2015. What I will upgrade to is a brand new iPhone. So at the moment there is the iPhone. The current range of iPhones are iPhone 5S and iPhone 5C. The C is a colourful plastic coated one which comes in bright colours and is essentially an iPhone 4S. An iPhone 5. That essentially it's an iPhone 5 with a gimped iPhone 5. The iPhone 5S is it's got a new processor, it's got a new camera, it's got a new flash, and it comes with a few gizmos, like it comes with a fingerprint sensor, so that instead of having to type in a code, you just press your thumb or your finger against the home button and you're in. Now I don't know what I would imagine that the brand new iPhone that will be released in September or October 2014 will be called the iPhone 6, and that will be what I'll be upgrading. I have got a 16 gig iPhone 4, which is what I'm recording these videos on. It's got a 5 megapixel camera, and it's got 16 gig hard drive RAM for you to save things on. That is just, it's not enough for me. I can't do anything with it. I would like a 128 gig iPhone so that I could have all my music, because with 16 gig you lose a huge chunk. You lose 4 or 5 gig to the operating system. I was able, so I've got out of that I'm left with here, yeah, not very much, frankly. You probably get to use about 10 or 11 gig out of your 16. I've got about 40 gigs worth of music, which I would love to have on my phone so that I have all my music with me, but that is not happening. Now my phone, when I upgrade my phone, I will continue to I streamline my phone. I don't have very much on my phone because I don't need to, frankly. As long as I've got the internet and I've got my music, that's all I really want on the phone, because I've got I carry my iPad with me everywhere, almost everywhere I go. I want to upgrade the iPad to a larger, and I'm hoping by the time I upgrade my iPad in 2015 it'll have a 250 gig hard drive or even greater. Memory is key. I want movies on there. I want to put TV on there, and they offer this fantastic service where you can pull this stuff onto it, and I can't use it. I can't put stuff on there because I can't keep it on there. And memory is the most expensive thing. I mean, they charge a ridiculous amount for memory. Apple do really rip you off when it comes to the memory. The difference between the memory upgrades is something like £100, 150. It's just astonishingly cheeky. It is where they bend you over the table, and give you some prison romance. And I don't want to be prison romanced for extra memory. And given that we're going digital with everything, that's what I want. I want to go digital. Now, what I really want is I want to be able to download. I want to use like a service like Amazon to download 1080p Blu-ray quality footage, and then be able to put that on any of my devices. I don't want to be permanently tied to the Apple ecosystem, which is what would happen if I download all my music from iTunes. You're then stuck. If Apple go tits up, you lose all... Oh crap, you lose all your music. Although people will say Apple are too big to go, people said that about an awful lot of companies that they thought were too big to disappear. Motorola were the biggest mobile company in the world. Everybody had a Motorola. They almost don't exist anymore. BlackBerry. Everybody wanted a BlackBerry device. Nobody wants a BlackBerry device anymore. BlackBerry are so close to not existing, it's frightening. So I want a format. Oh, a speeding offence. Okay, I'm spending a lot of money at the moment. Yes, I want. So yes, I don't want to be irrevocably tied into the. I will get apps for my device. I will tie myself in for apps, but then you go through apps. I became obsessed with a bunch of apps that I simply don't use anymore, and I rarely pay for an app. I think the only apps I've paid for have been Rockstar games on my iPad. I paid for Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and I've got those on my iPad. They're on my iPad, so when I upgrade my iPad I won't have to buy them again, and when I upgrade my iPhone, if I desperately wanted them on my iPhone, I could download them to my iPhone. I don't at the moment. All I want on my iPhone is music. That's all I want, really. I do have a movie catalogue app that I quite like. Whoa, that was close. And so is that. So at the moment, I'm not interested in my phone being in anything other than the internet and a music player. I would love to be able to have my entire music collection. Like I said, I've got about 40 gig worth of music. I don't know, it doesn't always translate exactly from my PC to my iPhone as exactly the same amount. I've got 35 albums, and that's about 2.7 gig. So I don't quite know how that translates. I'd have to sort of click all of those albums and then work out exactly what the difference between. It should be identical, but I don't think it is. A quick swig of tea. Oh, I didn't have my handbrake. I keep forgetting to use my parking brake. I am now 3 months away from having my G27. 4 months away, sorry, from having my G27, and I don't think I'll be able to help myself but play this in my private profile. Now, I don't quite know how that's going to work, because obviously I want to do the Keyboard Road Warrior series when I get back to the UK and I get the laptop back when the wife rejoins us. I will be working, which means I won't be playing in this during the day like I have been here in New Zealand. So what I would imagine is that I will also have, hopefully by the time the laptop arrives back in the UK, I will have a game capture device. So I would imagine that I won't be breaking these up, which means I won't be pausing to upload footage anymore like I have been. So there'll be a slight difference to how I play this game. There will be no difference to the video quality. That's not going to happen. I cannot. If I could plug an external graphics thing into this, I would. I don't know whether that sort of thing is available. I might see. It does seem like an awful waste of money, given that I'm going to be building a rig for this game, specifically to play high quality games, play this game in a high quality with graphics. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. But whether it might be worth it, given that it's possibly going to be 6 to 7 months before I can put this rig together. Given that I want to buy a MacBook, and you can't play this game on Mac at the moment. They promised that was coming, but they haven't delivered yet. If they do this game for Mac, then I might hold off on getting the MacBook Air and just go for the MacBook Pro. And I don't know whether the Logitech works with Mac. I would love it if this worked with a Mac. This game worked with a Mac, and the Mac worked with the Logitech. That would be perfect. Because if I could get the MacBook Pro to work, I would be able to play this game on big picture mode on my Mac, which would be my preferred, and then I wouldn't have to have the big rig. I wouldn't have to waste money on a big rig. Not waste money, but spend money on a big rig. I don't know. There are still games that I'd want to play on a Mac, on a PC. Civ 5. I don't think Democracy works on a Mac. I don't know. Where am I? I'm in a town. Where? Oh, no, I'm not in a town. Where the heck am I? I have gone through a few towns. Oh, the edge of a few towns. Oh god, yeah, blasted past Europe. No, I haven't blasted past anything. I've discovered Cannes, but not done the discoverable in Cannes, so I might go through Cannes. Given that I'm already going to be massively late, What the heck? I'm going the wrong bloody way. I am going the wrong bloody way. How have I managed to end up going the wrong way? Alright. I've got to do a U-turn. And hopefully, I hope the traffic lights are still on so that I can... Oh, crap. I have no idea how I ended up spending such a long time going... There have probably been... If you're watching this video all the way through, you've probably been screaming at the screen going, "You're going the wrong way!" for about 10 minutes. I am going to be so late. The fine is going to be astronomical. I don't know whether I've done a late delivery. I don't know whether I've done a late delivery on this. I'm not sure. But there you go. What was I talking about before I discovered I was going the wrong way? So let's look at now that we're back and going in the right direction. Where the hell did I go wrong? I must have gone wrong at Rouen. Coming out of Rouen, I must have... Oh, no. Yeah, I must have turned left past Rouen, and then turned left here for some bizarre reason. I'm hoping that's not cost me too much. But I am going to put the pedal to the metal, because obviously the later you are, the more I think it costs you. Oh crap. Going too fast around that slow corner. "7 hours to deliver it, it's going to take me 12. Oh God. I will make up probably an hour or two, so I'll probably be a couple of hours late. Because that's what tends to happen. Is I tend to go faster than the game thinks I'm going to go. But still, I am going to be a couple of hours late, and that is going to be the rating. If you're a second late, that's what the rating of the delivery is. It's late. Everything else is irrelevant, whether you crashed or not. So, yeah. The crash caused the lateness though, because it dragged me back. Ugh. So the upgrade for a garage is £80,000, and a new lorry is about £80,000. So I need about £160,000 to upgrade one of my garages and install a lorry in it. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for 160. We're at 143 now. Oh, I'm going to be colossally late. I need to get a rest. Oh, I'm going to be colossally late. I need to rest in 4 hours. It's going to take me 12 hours. Yeah, no, I'm going to be colossally late. Oh, goodness me. I was well rested when that occurred. So I don't know how many hours that swallowed, but it swallowed a significant number of hours out of my journey time. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to crash too badly. The kamikaze route might be funny to watch, but it just costs you so much. I actually got away with that. I think I was supposed to stop because I think the oncoming traffic was going to go. So that's good. But yeah, I don't think it doesn't matter how fast I go at this point. I am not going to make up the time. and I have to have a rest at some point. As I said, crikey, really quickly, really soon, 3 hours. In 3 hours I have to find somewhere to stop and add a whole another 11 hours onto my lateness. Let's trim some speed off this so we don't tip the lorry, because we've done tipping lorries for today. And I don't know what that sign said, because the graphics are not good enough on this laptop. So yeah, we were talking about mobile devices, and we'd got to the iPhone. We talked about the iPhone 5S and 5C. There are a couple more devices to talk about. There is the iPod, which comes in a bunch of flavours. The iPod Touch, which is the top of the range. There's a cheaper version of that. There's a clip-on version and an intermediate one. The Nano and I forget what the cheapest one is called, but there are 3 flavours of iPod: the Touch, the Nano, and a clip-on one, which I forget what it's called now. Then the only other devices I've got are the AirPort, which is a wireless sharing device, and then they've got a device which you can connect to the AirPort so that all your devices can share storage, which sounds like a really good idea actually. You can get if I had a Mac, which if I got a MacBook Pro, I don't think I would bother with a Mac. If I got a Mac, I would have this device. Essentially, it's a backup device, and with an AirPort, I wouldn't need to connect my Mac to the internet by a hard wire. It's essentially a Mac version of a router. It's a little bit more robust, and the newer ones tend to have the most advanced wireless connection. And it means you can abandon the cheap, crappy router that you get with your service provider. I mean, I don't know whether I would bother with it, given that I don't know whether it only works with Macs or not, and we're certainly not going to be a Mac-only family, because my wife hates Apple. She absolutely hates Apple. She had to use Apple for her masters, and it was a really old Apple, and it's because the interface is slightly different from Windows, and she's used Windows relentlessly, and she kind of prefers Windows. I think that's probably what it was. Incredibly old Mac that she didn't like using, and she found, because it was different. This is the thing, it's because it was different. They've had PCs since she was very young. They've had PCs in the house, and they've used them since they were little, and so the way of using a PC is ingrained in her. I'm almost certain it's because she doesn't like it because it's different rather than for any other reason. And I know this because when Office and Excel and Publisher changed the interface, she started hating them. And it's because she doesn't know where anything is. And I know how infuriating that is when you don't know where where the buttons that you're used to using are. You know, the functions. You don't know how to get to the functions that you use most frequently, and you're used to just very quickly clicking from one thing to another, and you know where they are, and it becomes second nature. When that is gone, it can be infuriating. I am only just starting to get used to Office, And undoubtedly, when I go Mac, Life, which is Mac's equivalent of Office, comes free with newer devices. And I will give it a try when I get my MacBook. I will give it a try to see how useful it is. But I'm so used over the last 20 years to using Office that it's going to be a struggle for me to get used to using another set of tools for word processing and spreadsheeting and presentations. And I don't know whether I will be able to wrap my head around it. I will give it a good go. Ooh, we're up to 152,000, so we're only 30k away from a garage upgrade and a driver, which is good. Every extra driver is extra funds for buying new garages and new drivers and for upgrading our truck. I am giving serious weight to the different bogie. I know it halves the fuel that I can carry with me, but given that I have had stability issues with big loads, I'm wondering whether having a more stable truck might not be a better thing. We'll see. In my private profile, I have the extra 5 wheels that I don't. On this truck has 6 tyres touching the ground. My private profile, I have an extra 4 tyres. And I'm wondering whether that will give me. You can get an extra 2 or an extra 4, and the more tyres you've got touching the ground, the more stability you have. So I'm giving serious consideration to that. I will get some money back for my fancy side plates, but not the full amount. My side skirts, sorry. On the sort of between the front wheels and the rear wheels. And as I said, I will lose half my fuel capacity, which sucks. Yeah, I need to start looking for somewhere to sleep now. Yeah, I got an hour. Let's look at the map. Yeah, I got one coming up. Alright, we'll do that. We'll add to our lateness. So 8 hours, I've got 4 to get there. So I have been catching up. It's in tiny increments, but it's just not going to be enough. I'm going to add some fuel while I'm doing that. And I should be coming up on it. Now, is it just on the left? Yeah, it's just on the left. We'll get the rest first. This one's awkward. You've got to reverse the damn track. Oh, hang on. No, I was nearly there. Yep. Let's get that rest. Now, will it be raining? No, it's not raining, but it is daylight, thankfully. Right, so we'll pull up and get some petrol. See, do you see that little notice? I think it's gone now. Yeah, there's no short messages. There was a little message to say that the delivery is expected. And I think I'm late already. Yeah, I'm already late. You can see it says late already. Engine off. No, I don't want to cancel my current job. I want to get some petrol, is what I want. There we go. So let's see how much fuel we need to put in. I am actually going to have to break this video into a third section, so I would imagine that means I'm probably going to have to break this video into 2 parts. There we go, it's feeding like a zip. Yeah, I got 8 hours to go, and I've got probably 11 minutes of memory left on this phone. So I've deleted a load of stuff recently, so I don't know what my current capacity time-wise is on this phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run, and I'm going to wait for the beep to tell me to stop driving, and then I will know how much I can. I've got a good chunk of overtaking done there. That was nice. And I was a bit, yeah, if I'd have got in over a bit quicker, that guy wouldn't have stopped. I kind of spoiled his day a little bit. Yes. So yeah, just out of interest, I want to know how much how much video I can record. Although that said, I think it's dictated by how much is happening on screen. So it might be the more moving around goes on, the more memory is required. And I would say half the screen is static and all of the stuff around my screen is static. So that doesn't require a lot of memory. So that might not need a full. That might not need the full. Whoa. No. Okay, that did cost us a little bit, that attempt. That cost us a bit of time and we overtook. We have enough money to get that extra garage, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that now, because I don't know how that's going to work. So let's go to Garage Manager. Which one did we get first? Do you know what? I'm going to do Paris, and then I don't have to worry about Renaults anymore. So let's upgrade Paris, and that's going to cost us 80. And then let's go to... hello. We get that little flyby. Look how shiny and new that is compared to the scabby looking 3-berth that we had. Now it does surprise me that that amount of space can only fit 5 berths in it. But there you go. It'd be nice if they sort of tripled the number of drivers that you can have, and they increased this to 10 garages, and mind you, then you've got nothing to spend. You really don't have anything to spend on. You need more upgrades, more stuff to spend your money on. Maybe buying skills, buying lessons, buying training courses. Anyway, so now that we've done that, we're going to buy a truck. So we've got £107,000. So obviously we can only afford the one truck. Paris, buy online, 79,000, purchase, put in Paris. Okay, escape from that recruitment agency, hire a driver, and we want one with 3, preferably spread over 1 in each, hopefully. And it's looking increasingly unlikely. Oh, there we go, Katie. Katie so far is our winner. Ooh, okay, Matthias. If we get a 3 that's got eco, we'll go with that person. But it's not looking likely at the moment. No, so let's hire Katie. And let's plonk Katie in Paris in that lorry. Alright. Okay. So we've now got £26,000. So we've got an extra driver. So we've got 4 drivers in Paris, 4 Renaults in Paris. Once we get the next time we've got £85,000, we will, because I know it's 79,000, but you need an extra 1,200 to recruit the driver. Plus, I want to have £4,000 in pocket to cover a loan repayment. So the next time we've got £85,000 in the bank, we will buy the last Renault lorry, and that'll be the last Renault we buy, until we have recruited all the available drivers in the game. Once we've done that, we will carry on buying all of the garages that we can in the game. And once I have got all of the garages in the game, that's when I start upgrading all of the lorries for my drivers. And then I will start selling old lorries and replacing them with the best available, most upgraded lorry that I can afford. By that time, I would imagine I will be closing in on that level 150, and by that time I would imagine I will have worked out how I will have got a computer that I can actually install Photoshop in, and then I will have worked out how to create a personalized paint skin, and then I will start replacing the paint skins on all the lorries with a personalized paint skin. Okay, whoa. So that by the time I do my Logitech Road Warrior or my G27 Road Warrior, I will be able to start the game with a personalised paint skin on my first lorry. And then every time I recruit, I will be putting that personalised paint skin on every lorry. The paint skin, I don't know if I've talked about this, but the paint skin I'm going to go for is a sort of a purpley colour, which is the colour of the City of Liverpool City Council. It's not the colour of the Liverpool Football Club, and it's not the colour of Everton Football Club, and it's not the colour of Tranmere Football Club. And I was kind of thinking of having a red, white and blue colour scheme to speak to those 3 football clubs. But then that, because I was trying to be inclusive for all the people of Liverpool. But then I'm a global guy, I'm a European guy. So what I was thinking, the logo will be a liver bird surrounded by the 16 stars of Europe, which I think is the current... the flag of Europe is a blue background and a circle of 16 stars. So what I want is the liver bird. It's the colour scheme will be this dark purple for the City of Liverpool, a white liver bird, and then 16 golden stars. Which is it 16? It might be more than 16 now, because I think there's been an expansion recently. However many nation states there are in Europe. So that's going to be the logo and colour scheme for the logistics company. when I go G27. I'm going to pick a different name. I just haven't worked out what that name is, but it's Liverpool Logistics. I might go with Scouse, something Scouse based on the fact that my username here is Movie Scouse. We'll see. But yes, I want to get a custom paint scheme for this, which I can then put out on all of the modding sites like Modsaholic and so forth, so that if people want to be drivers for that company, they can. And should this multiplayer mod ever exist in any form, then that would be my aim. That would be my proud aim. And then I would want to get mods, and then I would make it the colour scheme available, so you know the Pantone colour and the logos available, so that if people wanted to apply that skin to truck mods, they would be able to do so. So, for instance, like I've got a couple of friends a couple of the Twitch users that I follow drive American trucks, Freightliners, Kenworths, Peterbilt. It would be nice if they were able to apply the scheme. Not that they may want to, but if they wanted to, they would be able to apply the colour scheme to their lorries. Right, as you guessed, I ran out of space, so I reclaimed about 2 gigabytes from my phone, and it made no difference whatsoever. I still only get exactly 50 minutes of recording time, so I think that's kind of like a fail-safe minimum recording time, which is a bit annoying if I'd wanted to record for longer. But that's not going to be an issue for very much longer anyway, so because I won't be recording these on an iPhone in about 4 months. I'll be recording them on a game capture device. A game capture device that has its own power and its own resources and doesn't steal much in the way of resources from the laptop, which is kind of what I need. Yes, it's probably not going to work. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it, so... And I was going the wrong way, so it's cost me 80 quid. The things that worry me about resources are the G27, will that steal resources from the computer, and more importantly the track IR. That's the thing that frightens me the most. Will that steal significant resources from the laptop? And it might be that I can't use the track IR in this laptop. I've got a feeling that I will have no problem using the game capture device, and I don't think I'll have much in the way of problems using the G27 on this. It's the track IR I think I will have problems with. But no! I don't know where I am. I'll tell you what I do know, I am not waiting any longer. Yeah, I don't care. Frankly, I don't care. Oh, squeaky bum time. That was some astonishingly selfish driving, astonishingly dangerous driving, but I got away with it. Cars, I'm in a bit of a hurry. I think one of my drivers has earned some money because I'm gone up from £29,000 to £32,000. So I'm 50 away from a new lorry. Obviously, I won't get that from my reward from this. I think my reward from this is something like £20,000. I'm going to spend most of that on repairing. In fact, I have spent most of that. I think I spent £15,000 repairing the truck when it got dragged back to Rennes. I think I'm going to lose about £2,000 in penalties from the delivery. I've already done a whole chunk of damage to this truck since it got repaired in Rennes. I think that'll swallow so I think I'm not making any money out of this journey. In fact, the only thing I'm getting out of this journey is Groningen and a ton of roads and Rennes and the extra Renault dealership in Rennes, which I dragged the price of my Renault down to from 88,000 to 79,000, which kind of needed. So I'm running out of time to get this done, because I kind of have to have this done before the wife gets home, and I am desperately running out of time. I don't think I'm going to get it done in this segment. I think it's going to require an extra segment to finish this load off. Such is life. I don't have to sleep again before I am required to deliver this. Sorry, I don't have to sleep again before the length of time it's going to take me to deliver it. I'm already massively late. So there's that. So I've given you a rundown of Apple's product range that I can remember off the top of my head. I can't have notes for doing this thing. It distracts me from driving, and it requires a level of prep that I just don't have time for. I might have more time for it when I'm doing these things at night, because I'll be at work during the day, and during the day I've got one of those jobs that isn't taxing, so I can spend a few minutes during the day prepping a few notes for things. Give me time to think about what it is I want to talk about and what I want to say during that. And that will help me with twitching. The thing that's going to interfere most with me getting this this profile completely finished at level 150, which I think is the top. I think I've already said a number of times. I think that's as high as you can go, is 150. The thing that's going to most interfere with that is going to be me streaming, because it's going to be the time that I would be playing this in the evening is going to be the time when I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, or Hotfix I think is the other one, I forget now. But yeah, that's going to be the big interference. So we've really screwed this job up. Or actually, in fairness, I think that accident that threw me on my side, which absolutely wasn't my fault, I think that's the map's fault. Spawning cars underneath me. That's really screwed me up, that is. And that's a ProMods fault, that is. That's a fault with the ProMods map, where it's spawning vehicles underneath my lorry, which has punted me into the air. And that really annoyed me. Okay. At any point now, between now and the end of this video, I'm going to get interrupted. I see no chance of me finishing this before I am interrupted by my wife. If it happens, it happens. But I think that my wife will return, and I don't want to spend any time recording this while my wife's at home, because I want to spend time with her. Because I only get to see her in the evenings. and I can't record at night where we're living at the moment because the place is too small and the noise would be too disruptive to my wife's sleep. That will change when we're back in London, because we will be looking for a place that's got a little room that I can do this separately, or where the living room is separate and it's not going to disturb the wife. But yeah, that's how we're going to roll. Oh, we got another £2,000. We're up to 34.5. The drivers keep throwing money at me. This is the way it should be. So that I'm never. Once the second loan's paid for, I don't think I'll be earning so much money on an hour a day by day basis, in-game day by day basis, that I won't need to get another loan. Yep, another £1,200. We're up to 46.5. This is excellent. Because you hire them at different times and they start at different, they start jobs at different times, you'll find that you start constantly earning money. I'm watching on the streamers that I'm watching at the moment. Damn it! I nearly missed that exit. Well, actually, on my private stream, I'm up to 85 drivers, and every 10 to 15 minutes of real time, a driver is throwing money at me. So much so that, as I think I've said already, at the end of a journey, I've got enough money to buy a garage and upgrade it and fill it with 5 drivers and 5 lorries. At the end of every single journey, of a medium-sized journey. Short journeys, if I did a couple of short journeys, then I'll have enough money. Every medium journey, every long journey, I've got so much cash I don't know what to do with it. Okay, that could have worked out badly because he was turning left and I just. So that's the sort of dangerous driving that causes accidents, which in the real world would annoy the hell out of me. But this game has screwed me repeatedly today on this journey, and so I am not that worried. So we are very close to our destination. Groningen, I think, is relatively small. I think if it's got any collectibles, it'll have one, because I don't think I'd be willing to bet it's not big enough to have a recruitment agency and a truck dealership. I would imagine it'll have one or the other. I'll be pleasantly surprised if it has both, but I'm not expecting it to have both. I'm expecting it to have just the one. And a lot of oncoming traffic. We are rocketing through. In about 7 minutes, I think I've done 3 hours of game time. Ooh, slow down, oncoming traffic. I think we're approaching a town. Yeah, I know. £80, thank you. That's fine. I'll take that. If it gets me to my destination faster. At this point, I just want to get to the destination. Big truck coming our way. Don't want to argue with that. We've done enough damage to our truck today. I wonder if... No, I'm not going to risk it. Oh, they're slowing me down. They're slowing me down. They're getting in my way. Can I get past this guy? Can I get past this guy?
Whoa.
Bit of judicious braking in order to prevent a tipping the truck. And we've got to get past this guy before this truck. And hopefully... no. I was going to say hopefully we could get past all of the traffic before... No, don't. So yes, I think I've discussed all of the hardware. There's a few bits of software. Whoa, crap. Yeah, thank you. Okay, that's annoying. Right, I think they've all stopped, so I'm going to try... Yeah, I know. Pull in front of the van, and it gets a load of traffic out of my way. There's a couple of bits of software, but to be honest, Apple's software is nowhere near as user-friendly as its hardware. There are a couple of bits that work, but a couple of bits that don't. We'll start with absolutely the single worst piece of software that Apple make, and that's iTunes. It's awful. It completely shuts down a PC. I don't know how it works on a Mac yet. You have to use it in order to put music on your iPhone and your iPad and your Mac, and I hate it with a passion you can't even begin to understand. It's an awful piece of dreadful, ill-conceived, unfriendly software that I hate. I absolutely loathe and detest. The piece of software that I really want to use is Final Cut, which is video editing. I'd love to be able to use Final Cut, and hopefully I should be able to plug my game capture device into a Mac and do all my video editing on the game capture device. But I don't know whether that will work yet. Groningen's discovered. Will I get that discoverable, or do I have to turn? I think I have to turn on that road to get that piece of that discoverable. Yeah, I got to turn left. Right. How many discoverables has Groningen got? Just as I suspected, just the one. Okay. So we'll go left and we'll get that discoverable. Do a little bit of a loop. And then they have an office style suite of software, a word processor, a spreadsheet, and a presentation piece of software, and they're called Pages and Numbers and Keynote. I don't know how useful they are on a proper Mac. I've only used them on my iPad and my iPhone, and they're okay, but I suspect that they are severely gimped in order to work on a mobile devices. I suspect. Come on, go. So I'm going to reserve judgment until I've got a proper Mac in order to fully evaluate those three pieces of software. And as I said a minute ago, they are... Oh, no. Okay. Let's take this road. They are free now. They were paid. I did pay £7. £12, sorry, for Numbers and Pages quite a while ago. So I do feel, but on an iDevice, so I do feel a bit pissed at that, but you know. It is what it is. Right, we got the recruitment agency, was always good. We were running out of decent drivers, so hopefully that has put a 2.5 driver on our books, or at least a couple of extra 1.7s. We'll see what we've got. Right, so we are pretty much on top of our drop-off point, which is actually right near our rest and recoup point, which will be good at the beginning of tomorrow's video. So we had a really good parking. We really parked quite well yesterday. Sorry, last video, which I recorded today actually. And no, already we've screwed the pooch. No. That's what I wanted. And this is not going well. This is going to be a multi. Oh, God damn it, that's awful. Let's straighten up a little bit. And hopefully... Oh God, no, that's... No. I get really frustrated with the steering when parking. It's the hardest part. Now obviously, you don't have to steer. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No. No, slow down. Okay, this is not going well. My hope to get this parking done quickly before the wife returned home is not happening. Oh, let's straighten up a little bit. No, not that way. It is a little counterintuitive with the steering because it's the opposite way, the way you want to go. You steer in the opposite direction. I think it's slightly easier with a wheel than it is with the keyboard, and also with the wheel you can make enormous adjustments to the steering really quickly. There we go, we're in. That'll do. Right, parking brake on, engine off. Unhook the trailer. So, late, very, very late. 1,662 kilometres, 46 hours and 22 minutes. We used 658.6 litres. Our base reward was £19,650 and 1,662 XP. Our proficiency bonus for level 24 was £7,074. Our long distance delivery bonus for skill rank 4 was £2,875 and 415 XP. Our bonus for parking the trailer was 45 XP. We got a damage penalty of 8%, which cost us £984, and it cost us 101 XP. And we got a late penalty. Late penalty is what's really kicked us in the nuts. It's 12 hours and 49 minutes late, which is £7,902, and it's cost us 565 XP. We only got £20,712, and we only got 1,455 XP, but we did level up to level 25 by the skin of our teeth. So we've gone up to instructor. So we're a level 25 instructor. We've got a profile lifetime XP of 68,554, and our new target at level 26 is 74,100 XP. So I'm kind of relieved that late job is over. If you laughed all the way through that, you're welcome, and I'm grateful for you watching it. But until I see you in the next video, I'll see you on the road.